Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Kuthumi, the types of souls, dear brothers of this beautiful planet. I am Kuthumi. I like to observe how humanity behaves when faced with challenges. Some make each stone a step to climb, others prefer to destroy the stone, they prefer to feel strong enough to destroy it, and others simply make that stone a big obstacle and have no interest in getting it out of the way, as they simply see it as an insurmountable wall. What situation do you find yourself in? How do you see the obstacles? For each of these situations there is a soul, there is a type of soul. Not all souls are the same. When assuming a physical body, each soul brings with it a good part of its characteristics. Never think that a soul stays in the same place, it incarnates in different parts of the planet, and some I would say that, between incarnations on earth, incarnate in other orbs to bring wisdom and knowledge to the brothers later. There are those souls who like to learn, who like to discover new worlds, new cultures, new paths, and it is these souls who, when incarnating, use stones as steps. They like challenges, they like solving problems, they like to feel capable of overcoming anything. They are evolved souls, they are souls that seek the light, they are souls whose path is not 100% perfect, but they have an enlightened path of learning and wisdom. And all these characteristics, upon incarnation, are seen in the consciousness of the physical body to which they belong. And that being takes on all these predicates, all these characteristics. There are those souls who don't really like challenges, they are more rustic. They are not comfortable souls, no, they are souls that like to shape, build, tear down, lift. They are souls who like to create with their own hands, create with their merits. They are souls that are often very intelligent, and other times not so much, but they are souls that when they see a large stone they immediately think about what they can do with it. You can turn it into pieces and build a new house, you can mold it and make a sculpture. So they are souls who like to create, shape, transform, but they never see that stone as an obstacle, they see it as something in which they can grow, change, transform, take the strength of that stone and often even make it a work of art. Like a great sculpture. We have those souls who are more accommodating. Yes, we have to use the term accommodation, because they are souls that do not challenge themselves, they are souls that do not seek evolution, they are souls that walk with the wind. If the wind is blowing strong, they sail in rough waters and go far, if the wind doesn't blow, they stand still, unable to pick up an oar. They are souls who think that everything that happens has to be absorbed and never challenged. So there is nothing to do, there is nothing to change, there is nothing to learn. You just have to accept it. Accept suffering, accept pain, accept that stumbling block. The most they can do is try to look around and see if there is a path, see if there's a way to get past that rock. But if it's a very dense forest, if there's no path, you could sit there for millennia, without moving, waiting for something to make that stone move out of place. They are fearful souls, souls that do not want to achieve anything. They are afraid of everything, because they think that if they go around the path or if they try to find another path besides that rock, they might find another rock. So they prefer to stay where they are, at least they know that the path is already known there. I wouldn't say that they are weak souls, that they are lazy souls. Some even are. Some go so far as to lie down and wait for whatever happens. If someone gives you food, great, and if they don't, if they die, everything is fine, nothing will happen. Yes, these extremes exist. There are those who pray for the stone to leave its place, but never do anything to make it go away. They want someone else to come and remove the stone from its place. He is unable to think about digging something, finding another way, trying to move the stone with the help of many people. No. If the stone was placed there, it's because I couldn't go through that path. And he's content with not evolving. He is content to stand still, is content with not learning anything. Of course, I'm making figurative situations here, but they largely reflect how souls are. Of course, many may have characteristics of the 3 points I mentioned. Sometimes they are souls that want to evolve, sometimes they are souls that want to remain quiet and do nothing. But the characteristics of a soul always stand out. She may fluctuate between several types, but she will always be a soul of one of those types. And then I ask you, which one do you fit into? No, I'm not making a judgment here. I'm not sitting before the stone, watching what you're going to do with it. Not me, not anyone else. This is just an observation of how souls see the world, as a challenge, as something that can be transformed or as something that has nothing to be done, just accepted. How do you see your difficulties? How do you see the world? It is interesting to look at you from these angles, and we can clearly see that the vast majority of the inhabitants of this planet are in the third group, in that group where they look at that stone, sit, cry, pray, scream, kick, but do nothing to remove the stone, always wants someone to do something. Thinks others are to blame, someone put that stone there. So whoever put it in should take it away, but who put it? He is incapable of doing something, he is incapable of trying to find a way out, he prefers to sit and cry. The vast majority are like this, unfortunately. And in this time of transition, of transformation, the stones are coming one after the other. So, many times the stones are small and they can even climb and overcome them, but just ahead comes another. So the vast majority are tired, the vast majority are sitting looking at the stone, not knowing what to do with it. And it will be a shame, because this way there is no chance of evolution, there is no chance of reaching the 5th dimension. But that's what's happening. The other 2 groups are growing every day, and we would very much like these 2 groups to increase a lot in size, so that more than half of the planet could ascend. There is still a little time, because everything is happening for your own evolution. The light that arrives gives wisdom, the light that arrives gives encouragement, the light that arrives provides the solutions. And we hope that with this, these more rested minds can find the way out of those rocks, and can regain strength to get through them and join the large group that is forming on the other side. There's no point in sitting and crying. There's no point blaspheming. There's no point in shouting. The time is now to look at each challenge and overcome it, being sure that each one of them is a step that you are climbing, it is a point on the ladder of your evolution. So which path do you choose? Where are you right now? How are you viewing this entire process? Do you have a little of each? So the time has come for you to choose which side you really want to lean towards, either to the challenge side or to the accommodation side. Choose, but choose quickly. You still have a little time, yes, but it may not be the time necessary for your evolution.